Hello, this is Marie Manucherry. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Recently, I put a request on Facebook that if someone wanted some questions answered, I would answer them on YouTube. So now I have the questions, so I want to start answering. This one comes from Cheryl. I won't mention the last name. I'll just mention the first or an initial if that was given to me. This is what Cheryl writes. I'm an empath and highly sensitive. The left side of my head above my ear is sensitive, and when I touch it, it makes me want to cry. I have a history of migraine headaches too, but those have been under control since I started letting out tears within the last year. Isn't that fascinating? Would love your insight. Thank you. Migraines are connected to not using one's intuition very well. The third eye is right here in the center of the brain, and when people have head pain, especially migraines, cluster headaches, consistent headaches for long periods of time, it is a clear indicator that they're blocking their own natural intuition. They're kind of closing that third eye and not let it be viable or active. It also means that the individual has a lot of intuition. So Cheryl started to cry, and now her migraines are much better, which is wonderful. I'm not sure why it's so sensitive there on the left ear. Intuition, though, does come in through the left-hand side, moves into the left ear. This is the receptive part of the body, and then it moves across the brain where you kind of translate auditory sensations through the right ear, which is also fascinating. What this means for you, Cheryl, overall is that, and anyone listening who has headaches or anything similar to what Cheryl's has described, is that you need to start writing down your intuition, noticing the difference between being in an intuitive place versus a non-intuitive place. Intuition never has fear involved with it. It's very neutral, it's calm, it's simple, it's fast. It's usually not what you would expect. When you're having discomfort under the circumstances that I just shared, it means you're not listening to that intuitive aspect, and you're making life really, really hard, and it hurts your head, or in this case, it's hurting your ear. And following the flow of insight would be highly, highly effective. Okay, so now I'm going to go into another question. This comes from Roberta. She writes, I found it extremely challenging staying centered and not absorbing fear and negativity from those around me despite using my go-to grounding and clearing exercises. I appreciate your suggestions. First of all, why are you hanging around with a bunch of negative people? I don't know. And if they're your family, you need to set some boundaries. I certainly do with my family. I don't have too many issues with that with my children, but certainly with my extended family. And I have rules that if we're on the phone chatting and they start to get really negative, I'm going to hang up. And I'll literally say, oh, by the way, I'm going to be hanging up now. And the person on the other end might say, oh, am I being negative? Because we've already had a conversation. So I think you need to set some boundaries. And I'll say, yes, you're being negative, which is actually good for them because that person needs to learn to be more positive and optimistic. If this isn't your family, you need new friends. You need to have different people in your life who are positive, kind, supportive. That's number one. And then if you are in a circumstance where you can't remove yourself and you're encountering what you just described, then I would focus on the present moment in terms of your own happiness and comfort. So let's say you're at a dinner party and everyone's talking about the news and you don't want to talk about that or hear about it right now. You're not interested. It doesn't make you happy. Look at something at the dinner table that does make you happy. Maybe there's beautiful flowers on the table. Perhaps you love the wine that was served. Maybe if you look out the window, the view is gorgeous. Get in the present moment, because talking about news when you're at a dinner table or the state of the world actually isn't present either. Everyone's at a dinner table having fun. So you don't have to wait for everyone else to get into a positive place. You can just get in the positive place all by yourself. And you'll just be smiling or nodding, not really hearing what they're saying, and you'll be able to stay in your own frequency and your own vibration, which everyone needs to learn to do no matter what's going on, because we can't really control our environment. It's not possible. Okay, hopefully that will be helpful for you. And this one comes from Natalia. She asks, I have felt energy move in my chakras sometimes during breath work or meditation, but only sometimes. I'm wondering, is there any way is there anything I can do to develop the ability to sense energy? Is this something that can be learned? Well, you're already sensing it. So what you're noticing, Natalia, is that when you're doing breath work or meditation, you're quieting your mind enough that you can feel the subtle energy in your body. So you need to do this more. And when you are doing it, make it last longer. As soon as you feel the subtle energy in your body, slow down or stop the movement, the physical movement that you're doing, so that the subtle energy perception can last longer. Because what's also happening is that you need to calibrate your energy to feel this subtle energy movement. And calibration, which means that your energy is just getting used to cueing you into the subtle energy. It's kind of like exercise. Like if you start an exercise program, at first it hurts, it doesn't feel very good, your muscles are sore, and then your body calibrates to the exercise. The muscles get stronger, your endurance increases, your body likes it. It's not as so sore afterwards or a couple days afterwards as it was initially. When you're calibrating your energy, your cells and your cellular membrane is becoming comfortable with noticing and holding that reference of subtle awareness. So that's really what needs to happen. Do it longer and seek it out throughout the day. You don't have to be in breath work or meditation to feel subtle energy, but you have to quiet your mind. The other day I was actually upstairs cleaning a bathroom, and it felt like the tile was starting to talk to me. I know that sounds really weird, but all of a sudden the tile got a little wavy. And no, I wasn't having a heat stroke or I wasn't about to faint, but it was so quiet and I was so present with the cleaning that I started to sense the subtle energy of the tile in the bathroom, and it was so fun. And so I slowed down what I was doing and I let myself just be more present with the experience I was having so that I could calibrate my energy to the experience and make it very familiar so it can happen all the time, not just when the house is super quiet and I'm cleaning the floors. All right, so that's what I'm recommending for that. And Kara writes, what are the most effective daily practices for maintaining a high vibration? This is a really great question. Everything we want in life exists in a high frequency. Everything in the universe is made out of energy and frequency. So if your human energy system is vibrating in a high, sustained, vital vibration, you will naturally attract quality, fun, happy experiences to you in every area of your life. And there are many things you can do to maintain your energy. There's a video on here about layering. I would highly recommend listening to that. That's a great way where you use your physical sense and your multisensory ability to maintain your energy. One of the things that's also very fun is just being grateful for everything. While I'm sitting here recording this, I'm really enjoying the color of the blouse I'm wearing. I think it's such a cool, vibrant color, and it's very soft. The fabric's very soft. So I'm appreciating the cool fabric that's on my shoulders. It's kind of a warmish day outside, and I'm really enjoying the color. When you can appreciate something, have gratitude for it, that expands your energy. And when your energy expands, then you're in higher frequency. Albert Einstein, I've said this many times, he believed in finding authentic gratitude for 100 things every single day. And look at how much information the universe gave him. So gratitude's a great way to achieve that. The layering, that is a video here on YouTube. Also, what would be really helpful and extremely beneficial is don't spend a lot of time doing things you don't like. I learned early on in my practice, I really don't like writing people back. It's not my favorite thing. I think it's because I want to say so much, and then I keep writing, and then I have to explain more, and then I'm tired. So I started hiring assistants years ago to help me with work. And it's extremely effective and fulfilling for me to have someone who can get through all of the material very quickly and professionally and enjoys the work and is having fun, so I can do other work in my life that is fun for me. So be mindful of those things that don't bring you joy and get curious about how they could be solved or reconciled in a different way, because there are tons of options in the world. One of the things that's also unique that my current assistant, Courtney, does is she finds apps for things that we don't have time to do so that we can free ourselves up to do other things. So there's always new answers and solutions. Please don't waste your time doing things you don't like to do. That lowers your vibration. Thank you so much. I'll be making a second video to continue answering these questions. Hopefully these questions are effective for all of you that are watching or listening here on the YouTube channel. Have a great day. Bye-bye.